So I've been an EMT with MedReach Ambulance for the past year. I'm currently a field training officer there, teaching our new employees how to run calls. I started EMT because I have an interest in going to tactical medicine, specifically the LAPD for their tactical teams as a medic. Just Nalley, probably just not just from my own personal experience going through his course, but also interacting with students from different schools with different instructors, has probably the highest standards that I've seen, and that leads to the best EMTs coming out of this program. I have very high standards for myself as a result of the competencies instilled in me as an instructor. It was also because of the fact that he's a very personable individual, so he's very approachable, and he teaches well for pretty much any type of person, and whatever system of learning that you feel most comfortable with. He teaches very well to each individual type of person. I don't think I've ever had an EMT who came from his school, who was working with me as a partner or as a ride-along, that I didn't feel confident in their abilities because I know the type of instruction and training that they're receiving. So I think something that you tend to see in a lot of modern education systems is the type of environment that's going to stimulate growth, but also along the structure that's going to encourage students to memorize a certain amount of information, regurgitate it, and then probably forget it. Or a lot of times I also tend to see a lot of students who are learning to a certain standard, but only enough to get by. This is the kind of a course I noticed, and just in general, this type of industry where you're held accountable for not just most of the information, but for all of it. That one small amount of information that you miss might be that point that you need. This helps them save somebody's life. So being able to focus on your education for the sake of not just being able to know the information, but to perform well with that information in a field setting, which is typically very different from most classroom environments where you're learning something like math or geometry, for example. Probably the most interesting and most engaging component of EMT for me is the chance to be able to serve the public, to interact with people and patients. When I found EMS as a profession, as a career, I fell in love with that as my application for my desire to help and serve other people in the public. I've always put myself in those types of situations, and so now that I actually have the licensure to do that, it's been an incredibly fulfilling career where I get up in the morning and I haven't had a day yet where I don't want to jump up and get to work.